Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again to our channel. So, hope everybody's having a good day. Today we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine season 10 episode 4. Before we go ahead and talk about it, if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you click on the subscription button down below to subscribe, like and comment, and also click on the notification button to get notified so that you get notified when we upload a video. So let's talk about the episode of Married to Medicine. What do you think about the episode in general? What was your total thought
Well,
about the whole episode?
I thought it was pretty good, but I just felt like it wasn't long enough. It maybe I wanted more, but I just felt like we didn't get the full hour for some reason.
Mm,
But I mean, it was entertaining, if I can say. It was
yeah.
pretty entertaining. Yeah.
Okay. So this review is gonna be scattered, but we're just gonna get there at the end of the day.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first thing I wanted to talk about was the Cecil and his children. I know I said it in the last time we talked about them, and I'm like, Cecil, for me, I feel like if I'm married, I believe that I should be in my children's front. We should be a united front.
Right.
When we're talking to our children, you should at least the children see that okay, my mom and my dad are on the same page. They would respect that. But if as a child I see my mom in one other direction, my dad in another direction, certainly I'm not going to respect most of the decisions that come up because you guys are not even agreeing on your own. So what I'll feel like, okay, why should I respect the decisions that you guys are making? And that is what is happening here because I felt I don't care what I'm not a huge fan of Simone. I'm not a huge fan of Simone, but I'm just gonna say that it is every single time that Simone is trying to lecture or teach her children because she doesn't like how they are behaving or what they are doing. Her husband is like a big disappointment for me because he lives like a carefree life. I know these are your kids, you love them, yeah. But there is being carefree and there's just being plain lazy.
Yeah.
How have you been in college for 5 good years and you're still trying to tell them that you still will still be in college for maybe 6 or 7 more years because you are taking your time? Doing what? And just because you know your parents are gonna be there to sponsor you, your parents are there gonna, you know, waste money on you. He didn't even sound like somebody that really had. Okay, if it's someone that okay, I have a plan. The reason why I'm gonna make an graduate in an extra year. He didn't even look at someone that like maybe there was a plan. He just looked like someone that just rides with it. And because he sees that his dad is at his back, he jokes around with it. It disrespects the opportunity he does have. And I feel so bad that the husband will stay there and I don't think. Let me not talk too much. What did you feel about that?
I feel like Cecil is a big kid, and he he's real soft when it comes to those boys. I mean, you know, those are his boys, and Simone is more like the iron fence, the iron door. She'll put it down on you. You know, like she said, she's looking forward to retirement, and she don't want to retire knowing that she's taking care of some grown men.
Uh-huh.
Understandable,
Very,
understandable.
very.
You know, so yeah, 5 years, that's a long time to go through college. For just a university, you know, uh,
Uh-huh.
is there's no med school behind that, or um, uh, any type of internships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That goes along with that. You're just in university, in a university. That's a 4-year deal there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think he's kind of, you know, taking advantage of, hey, my mom is going to have my back because, my dad is definitely going to have my back. So mom's going to follow suit, even though she tries to play hardball. You know, I'm glad she gave him a deadline. Now will she stick to the deadline? Hopefully, you know. I mean, because you got the other son still looking, and he's going to expect the same treatment, just about, you know. So yeah, see, so he's interrupting with this, trying to get these young men on their feet. He needs to be more with Simone, you know. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. And the more he's not in agreement with Simone and they showing their kids like, we are together in this, the more they keep on doing the way they behave.
True.
And it seems like it's Dr. Simone that has the more income than every other person in the house.
Right. Which is true.
Yeah. I feel sad for her because, having her husband that doesn't back you up, even for the small things, as much of staying with your children, talking or scolding your children, your husband isn't backing you up. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty hard, especially with a house full of men, you know. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty hard. Mine has been balanced between the boys and the girls. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, let's run along. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is this conversation between Phaedra, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Jackie. Phaedra is like a I don't know, like Phaedra, but I know sometimes she be doing too much, right?
Yeah,
But I
Phaedra.
love the fact that she was standing her ground, saying that I still stand my ground that I should have brought Quad because everybody's like looking at her. Why did you bring Quad? Why did you bring Quad? And I understood her reasoning. Like Quad doesn't really have anything against Sweet Tea at the end of the day.
I mean,
So
okay.
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I can't really understand that reasoning. You know, hey, go out for a coffee, go have breakfast, go have a brunch, go have a lunch another day, not that day. To me, that was really, really messy. Phaedra knows exactly what she's doing. The stupid reason she gave Dr. G for her reasoning doing it, that didn't sit well with me. You know what I'm saying? Phaedra
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Heavenly are in competition to see who's going to be Queen Messy. They're running neck and neck. Because notice every time Phaedra do something, Heavenly gives that little crazy laugh. She is so thrilled to see drama,
Mm.
messy drama. I just think that was in bad taste. Like who wants to see somebody's ex on your day? I don't even want to see my own ex. You know what I'm saying? If I'm starting anew, give me something new. Don't it's just like saying you're gonna buy me a car, but you're gonna buy me a used car. No, buy me a new car. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I just thought that was just pretty messy, on Phaedra's part. She knows exactly what she's doing. I don't know if they said, hey, we're gonna let you on the show and you're gonna become the second villain. I don't know. I don't know what she auditioned for. But I just thought that was pretty tacky, man. I expected a little bit more from Phaedra. You know, like I said, I don't understand why she went from one show starting chaos and lies, but then you're gonna come on this show being messy and starting shit. I don't know. I don't like that.
Um, I just want to see how it's gonna play out because the way Phaedra thinks, the way she reasons, I want to see how it actually eventually plays out. Because if you look at it, Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra kind of have the same personality, kind of have the
Mm-hmm.
same way on how they do things and how they react to things, right?
Right.
But I realized that when we're watching this show, because I usually watch they always come on Instagram live
Mm-hmm.
when the show is airing. So I
Mm-hmm.
watched them and I realized that it seems like the cast is more lenient to Phaedra.
Mm-hmm.
They are more lenient to Phaedra than Dr. Heavenly.
Maybe they're trying to phase Dr. Heavenly out.
Mm,
I don't
really.
know. Can you
And
have two villains in one reality TV show?
apart from that, can they really afford to um remove Phaedra? Sorry, and Dr. Heavenly?
I don't
Can they
know.
afford to, can they afford to remove her? Because as much as we would like to deny it, as much as would like to hate it, the truth is, at the end of the day, she's one of the people that makes the show what it is.
Right.
A lot of people tune in to watch Dr. Heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. A lot of people tune in to watch Dr. Heavenly at the end of the day.
True.
So I don't know if they will be able to like literally fade her out and replace her with Phaedra. Phaedra has her own charms, but maybe for replacing Heavenly, mm, I don't think that is.
Right. But you remember what Dr. G told Phaedra, you better be watching out for sweet tea.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
Now, this is the most important part of the episode because it's mostly about the wedding. Today was just the wedding. Okay, the
Right.
previous episode was just about the wedding of Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory.
Right.
And there's some few things I wanted to point out on this wedding. Like, I wish them, I was happy for them that they were able to overcome everything, all the hurdles, everything, and still had a very wonderful and beautiful wedding. But that being said, let's get into how the wedding really actually came into everything. The first person I want to feel bad for is Sweetie's mom. I did not know that the age difference was 23 years. Dr. G is older than Sweetie's mom.
Mhm.
I felt bad for the mom. I know, yes, some ladies like to marry um older men, like some ladies like older men, but someone that is older than your own mom, That's way too old. And I feel like the mom, she said her mom was not really into the relationship, and I still feel, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the mom still was is never still into the relationship. But you know that kind of situation that you cannot do anything.
Right.
It's like a losing battle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what the situation is right now. Like at the end of the day, even if I battle it out, if I say I don't want this, I'm not gonna win. This wedding will still happen. Sweetie will still marry Dr. G, and she just resided to her fate. Like, oh, you know what? I give up. If
Mm.
that's what's gonna happen, that's gonna happen because no woman is gonna be happy to sit down and watch the child that she literally, took care of, did everything, to see the person marrying somebody that is 4 years older than she is.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a lot of decades. you know. Yeah.
I wonder how the dynamics of the family would be. Will she be respecting Dr. G?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be pleased as a mother if one of my girls would be like, hey, I love him and he's 23 years older than me. I'd be trying to check your temperature. I'm going to check your temperature because no,
I'm
we're,
gonna change your check your temperature.
yeah, we are not doing this. No, definitely not. You know, don't tell me the location because I'm going to be the one who objects when they said, does anybody object? And I'm going to have 23
Hmm.
reasons why you shouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that either. Um, maybe she's doing it because she doesn't want to tear the bond between her and her daughter, you
Um.
know, um,
Mm-hmm.
by disagreeing. That means, well, I feel uncomfortable by you coming over to our house or you even being at the wedding or you know how these
Mm-hmm.
kids begin they begin besides themselves, you know. But yeah, maybe she did it for that reason, you know. Or maybe this is one of the hard to deal with twins that has the hard head that's gonna do what she wants to do anyway, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There could be many reasons why. But me personally, I wouldn't particularly like that situation.
Mm.
And it's true you can't pick your kids' mates, but like we're gonna have discussion after discussion after discussion about this because it
Mm-hmm.
just wouldn't feel right. Somebody that I could have possibly dated, like you know,
Yeah.
it kind of makes me feel
Exactly.
like your kid might have daddy issues or something. Because he's old enough to be
Mm-hmm.
her dad.
Yeah. I felt bad for her in today's episode. I really did.
Yeah, she didn't look too happy right there.
Mm-hmm. She didn't.
No.
Now, what's the fuck? What's the fucking problem with Toya? She's always having. Quad was never in this episode. Quad never made any decision she wanted to be here, but every single time, she's always complaining about Quad. Seems like she's in love with Quad at this point.
What did she say about Quad? I didn't think I heard that.
Oh, forgetting the way she said it. They talked about the bachelor or whatever, and like Dr. G, like trying to be like, oh, Dr. G is doing better than Quad. I knew when he was with Quad, he was down, he wasn't happy. I'm like, oh my god, not again. Like at the end of the day, you end up saying, "Oh, Dr. D traded up from Quad, and that's the trade up is Sweet Tea." Stop making that comparison. You are literally setting up Sweet Tea for failure. Yes.
Well, yeah, if she can't have a dinner made by the time he gets home from work, and she needs help with that. I mean, like, plan ahead. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, but okay, don't take that long to make a dinner, but all right. But yeah, I don't get it. Why she keeps doing the comparison. I mean, there's a age difference. Quad is closer to Dr. G's age, isn't she? She's definitely not as young as Sweet Tea.
Mm-hmm. Like, let's stop with the Sweetie is better than Quad train. Nobody's gonna buy that. Let Sweet Tea. What I say is that let Sweet Tea be Sweet Tea.
Right.
Let Quad be Quad.
Yeah, let that marriage, that old marriage rest. I mean, we seen what they went through. We seen the ending of it. Lay it to rest. He's moved on, she's moved on.
Mm. Well, I'm tired of Toya on my screen talking about Quad in the bad light. Now, when it comes to this, I was shocked because if there was one person I felt that should have been thrown out, that should have been Phaedra. That should have been Phaedra, not Dr. Heavenly. And when I found out the reason why Dr. Heavenly was thrown out, I was like, that's so lame. Phaedra literally brought the ex to the husband you're marrying to your bachelorette.
Right.
The fact that Heavenly talked bad about your marriage, your upcoming marriage, she didn't really say anything that it wasn't right. You were busy throwing a tantrum, you were busy acting out when you were told you had an extra bill because of your wedding planning, and you lashed out on everybody. And she was like, I feel like this wedding is rushed. Of course, she will feel like that because she will feel like, okay, fine. If you guys are taking your time, you would have gone to an extent where you would have to be owing an extra $40,000 because of a wedding. So her saying that her coming and saying that she feels like the wedding is not supposed to hold, the wedding is not right, and the that friend of hers that did go and tell her, that is a shame on you because she sat down there when Dr. Heavenly was saying what she was saying. I think we talked about it in last week's episode that the friend sat down there, listened, nodded her head. No, no, excuse me, you're talking about my friend, and I don't like the way you're talking about my friend. Oh, excuse me, you're talking badly, or sweetie, please, let's stop that. No word from her. She was even nodding her head just for her to go back to Sweetie and like tell her that Heavenly said this, Legend said that.
Yeah. Well, I look at it like this. Her friend is young, inexperienced, didn't want no smoke with them older women. So she was just there being a tape recorder. You know what I'm saying? So she can go back
Mm-hmm.
and tell Sweet Tea. Now, as far as Sweet Tea, yeah, Dr. Heavenly, yeah, you wouldn't have been there. And uh, definitely not Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to invite one, don't invite the other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that it didn't work out that way, but it was a good start, but the landing was effed up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she tried.
Yeah. And I say something. I feel like Sweetie came into the show to be in a competition with Quad. And that's the wrongest mistake she could ever make. Because for me, I didn't understand this moment, this statement. I'm gonna be the best wife you ever had.
Yeah, that was pretty childish. You know. Yeah. Why would you want to compete with another woman? Why would you want to compete with an ex-wife? I know I never would want to compete with another woman or ex-wife. Ex-girlfriend,
Exactly.
none of it. I'm gonna be me in whatever relationship I'm in or whatever situation I'm in. I'm gonna always be me. I'm not gonna compare myself to somebody, oh, where they were cleaning 20 times a day, so I'm gonna clean 20 times a day. Oh, they was cooking 5 meals a day. I'm gonna cook 5 meals a day. Heck to the nah. No, no,
Mhm. I'm
no.
myself. I'm my own woman.
Yes,
I feel
it's
like she did come with a wrong impression. She wanted to prove Gregory right. Like, yeah, you made the right choice. Quad was not a good wife to you. That's why you had an issue. I'm more compliant. I'm more attentive. I'm more caring. You know, do say things and do things that buttered Dr. G up. And he felt like, yeah, this woman is definitely better than Quad, and now she has to play the competition role with Quad. And I feel like she is wasting her time with this guy. I'm gonna say it, as much as I wish them a happy, blissful marriage earlier on, Dr. G is not that person. The way he came, like you were saying earlier on, where he called Phaedra after she told him about Phaedra bringing Quad, and he said that statement that I don't care about the lady's relationship, I only care about myself. What does that give? Selfish.
oh yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. He's a me type of person. And he's gonna hold her up to that standard of Quad as far as certain things. You know, that $14,000, he gonna get it back out of her one way or another. you know, and if he doesn't get it, then she's gonna see the real Dr. G. Which it seems like he's the type of dude. He likes to complain and possibly raise his voice and argue when things don't go his way.
Mhm.
You know, he just seems like he has issues and he's hard to deal with. He doesn't seem like he's easy going and easy like Sunday morning. Nah.
Yeah.
Because he already asked her, what are you bringing to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
cost me another $14,000. That's why he felt okay in his little bachelor party to be, I'm gonna take off my clothes and, busting his face and booty touching all over him. And he felt comfortable with that because he knew it wasn't gonna be no repercussion when it comes to her because he's pulling the strings. He's calling the shots. His house, his career, his money. It doesn't matter that she has her own career. She's not
Mm-hmm.
bringing anything to the table.
Mm-hmm.
See, if they would have bought the house together, you know what I'm saying? Or started off in a totally different house, that's him and Quan's old house. Nah, yeah, I just, whew, not a good situation for her. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but I kind of see it before it even comes.
Second that.
Okay.
I second that because as much as they want to play this happy family, we're nice, we're happy, you know, there's just something that's missing for me.
Hmm.
There's something that is missing because there's so many questions just from my side, like so
Hmm.
many questions. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that at all. I'm not gonna do that. And for her to be this childish to remove Heavenly and not Phaedra, and I think they had an Instagram live,
Hmm.
and the way she was talking about Phaedra and a good light, she literally called Dr. Heavenly fake. And I'm like, you haven't seen Phaedra's real colors.
No, not yet.
Because, like I said earlier on, I feel like Phaedra was the one that was supposed to get the boots, and not Heavenly. And I didn't understand why. Why? And I felt bad for Dr. Heavenly because even if she didn't, she glammed up. She wanted to be at that wedding, and you wanted to take that from her.
Oh, I felt bad for Dr. Damon, you know, because he knows that Heavenly is gonna always be messy. But I feel bad for him because him and Dr. G are friends, and he wanted to be there to support his friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when Heavenly was, they were on the ride there, and Heavenly was saying all this stuff, and she's like, if there's gonna be a marriage, and he was like, don't say that, and she was like, oh yeah, he tries to keep her in check, but she just goes beyond. So I kind of felt bad for him. I didn't feel bad for Heavenly. I felt bad for her husband.
Mm. Oh. Ah, this season of Married to Medicine, I'm telling you, I feel like Sweet Tea came in too hot. I love Sweet Tea. I like Sweet Tea. But the tenacity and the hotness she came into, and it had to bring it down a little bit. And you cannot be expecting friendliness and loyalty from all these ladies that have been friends for 10 good years.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna really get as close to Sweet Tea as they've done with Quad. Because Quad has been there since the beginning. She's like an
Yeah.
OG of the show. Sweet Tea just coming in, you know. And if they're trying to compare them, how could you? You're talking about years of experience and a babe just walking in through the woods.
Yeah. And and the fact that everything about the marriage is kind of dysfunctional. The mom is not in agreement. She doesn't really like that she's married another man. And the only reason why the father is sold is because he's a successful businessman. And he knows that his daughter is gonna be well taken care of. Being a successful businessman does it guarantee your spouse is being taken care of in the best possible way? No.
Yeah, and I didn't
It
see them
doesn't.
get. Did you see them get a prenup?
I don't even know.
They didn't show it in the show. If they did, I mean, I'm not saying that she's gonna divorce him and take half of what he got, but I'm just saying, he was the one talking about it because Phaedra suggested it.
Hmm. Well, I can't wait to see how it will go from here. Now the wedding is done and dusted. Let's see how it will go and how her friendship with Squad. What do you think overall before we like come to an end of this review? Do you think this marriage is gonna last?
No, I don't.
No.
I think it'll phase out in maybe about a year and a half.
Yeah.
hmm You know, I
Well,
think I think he's gonna show his true colors. She's gonna be so over it, and ready for her little young freedom again. Because nobody wants to be at home with grandpa. You know,
oh my God.
so she's gonna want her little young freedom again. You know, because he's gonna be too stern and too straightforward and you know demanding and who got time for that in 2023 going into 2024? Nobody has time for that.
Yeah.
you know So I think he's gonna be just a little bit too much because he's from a different generation.
Mm-hmm. But if yeah, I don't feel like if there's trouble in paradise, they want to show us because she has sold it too much that she's better than Quad. She will treat him better than Quad. Blah blah blah.
Who knows? Her and Quad may end up being friends after this is all over.
Mm. Uh, I just hope that they end up being having a blissful wedding, having the a long wedding, not the wedding, a long relationship. You know.
Yeah, I hope their marriage goes on and on forever. I hope I'm wrong. I would love for them to be happy.
Well, like I said, I wish them good, long life, long marriage. But let us stop with the competition between Quad and Sweetie. And for those that are trying to compare and Quad, please stop it. And for those that are trying to make Sweetie become Quad 2.0, it's not possible. It isn't possible at all.
Yeah, just let Sweet Tea do her thing.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today on another review and recap of Married to Medicine. Don't forget to like and comment your thoughts on this video. Like, the more you like, the more YouTube recommends the video. And don't also forget to click on the show when you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later on today for the Real Housewives of Potomac. You can also join us then. We're talking about the latest episode of HOP. See you guys later. Have a nice time.
Bye.
Bye.